What is up? What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Silver Surfers channel, and got a fun one for you guys today. Haven't posted in a little bit, so I'm happy to get back into doing such a thing. And I'm going to try and get some of these videos with a lot of items together, or similar items, I should say, together, because there's just way too much stuff that I've gotten recently, to be honest with you. And therefore, I guess I'd have videos forever if I just focus on one item alone, but anyways, nonetheless, let's go ahead and show you guys what I got today. What you see in front of you is a beautiful lineup of a bunch of cast iron toys. Now, I've posted one of these in the past, video on one of the arcade record trucks, Model T record trucks. And I just find these things fascinating. Back to the automotive days of children, in which they the automotive industry was coming out with new cars, with the Henry Ford Model T, the Henry Ford Model A, and the toy makers of the time in the 20s and 30s took the opportunity to really capitalize on the market for kids by modeling the toys of the day after the actual cars, and they sold like hotcakes. And so anyways, I have a real big fascination for the early Model Ts and Model As. That's kind of my realm of collecting of cast iron toys, cars that is. And I think, in my humble opinion, Arcade, the toy maker Arcade, as you guys can see, for instance, on this little guy right here, the original decal there, is probably one of the best toy makers of the time. There's a number of different ones, from Hubley to AC Williams to Kenton to Dent, but Arcade probably had the largest amount of actual toy lineup of cast iron toys at the time. And they just made fantastic pieces, real sturdy, super cool nickel-plated wheels, and just awesome. They're really, really cool. And so anyways, what you see in front of you guys, and I'll kind of just quickly talk about a few of these here, is a series of a bunch of different Model A's and Model T's, as well as a Chevy Arcade. And we'll start with the first one, just because we'll go from left to right here. So this is a Ford Coupe, early Ford Coupe. Would be, again, reflective of the Model T Coupe of the day. Henry Ford, interesting character, but he made most of his cars at the time. There's lots of different colors. And then eventually black was the color of choice for the cars, the real cars, I should say, just due to cost. And it stuck for a while. So there was thousands and thousands of Model Ts, both sedans and coupes at the time back in the day. And they have those. You can find them in black. I'm just not the biggest fan of, I was trying to build essentially a colorful rainbow of all my different cars. And so I try and shoot for any of them that have a bunch of color on them. And so all these are green. You got the nickel-plated driver in there as well. It's usually tough to find sometimes. You got your trunk space back there. This one's still pretty dang nice, actually. It's got a bunch of paint, original paint on it still. It's got the gold trim in some spaces going around here. Really nice little car. Since we're talking Model Ts here, we'll go ahead and reach to the back of this guy here. This is a newer pickup. This is a Tudor style Model T. A little bit less paint on it, but these are very tough, to be honest with you, to find in color. Most of them you see are black, and so to find a colored one, either red or blue or green, as in this case, they're pretty tough, to be honest with you. They're quite rare. Which obviously raises the value. And so this is an online auction bid that a friend of mine posted, and I battled it away with some other guy who wanted this for a while and eventually was successful at it. So not the best of paint, but still lots of good paint on this guy here. I just love the boxy look of the Model Ts. Really cool. All right, moving along, we'll do this one like we showed in the beginning. This is a clean, almost mint, excellent condition little coupe here. This one's a little bit older. Those two are from the 20s time frame. This one's from the 30s, early 30s. You got your little hatchback here, a little rumble seat it's called. This actually can flip up, and then there would be a seat in there for people to sit. So this is a smaller version as well. They make a 6-inch version. This is a 4.5, 4-inch, something along those lines version, but really, really clean car here. Tons of paint still on it. Love the nickel-plated wheels. Awesome. Here's a beauty as well. I won an auction not too long ago. Actually, this was someone reached out for me. This wasn't an auction. Private deal. This one's extremely awesome too. Another original decal sticker. So this is a Model A sedan. As you guys can see, the 6 windows as opposed to the 4 windows only. Great looking car all around. Look at that gold trim I still got on that. Super, super cool. Tons of paint on the hood or on the top of the car still. Excellent looking tires. These are original too, folks. And you usually don't find them, which you'll see on the Chevy here, and I'll show you in a little bit, in that good a condition. So pretty neat. So got some gold color there on the headlights. Again, nickel plated driver also. Just an all around sweet looking car. These are tough to find as well, and in color like that, they're not easy at all. They're quite a challenge, to be honest. And then finally, the grand finale, if you would be this amazing, expensive, very expensive Chevy sedan. So they made them in coupes and sedans, and again, in black color. They're a little bit more common. They're not really all that common at all. Look how much paint is still on there. Just an all-around amazing car. Still got the original wheels on it, which have a little bit more damage than the other one I showed you, that Model A, especially on the backside here. This back one's a little warped and stuff along those lines, which is very common. Most of them are actually just worn off, to be honest with you. I mean, this car is 100 years old, just about. You got your sweet spare tire in the back there. Really neat car. I bought this one from an antique dealer who specializes in cast iron cars. And I paid up for this one, but very hard car to find. It is stinking heavy too, to be honest with you. This sucker is weighs a lot. But I absolutely love that car. It's one of my pride and joys of my cast iron auto collection. So that's the Chevy sedan. I don't have the Chevy coupe. Actually, I'm sorry, I do have the Chevy coupe in black and gray version, which I'll show at a later video. But I figured I'd do a little green machine thumb here for you, if you would. For this video. And yeah, that's Arcade Toys, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you collect any of this stuff. Let me know what you think. And until next time, Silver Surfer is out.